Welcome into another edition of Sports Junkies. I'm Steve Sparky, Fifer from 105.7 FM The Fan and AM 1250 in Milwaukee. Of course, Gery Woelfel of the Racine Journal-Times. Time now to preview the center position for the NBA draft coming up on Thursday night. Don't forget, we'll have our draft show coming up on Thursday night on AM 1250 and 105.7 FM starting at 6 o'clock, pick-by-pick coverage. And, of course, Gery Woelfel will be checking in from Bucks headquarters throughout the night. We'll have reaction from Bucks headquarters all night long. All right, now, the center position, Gery Woelfel, top of the board. I disagree with everybody else, apparently, because everybody else loves Karl Towns. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying I don't like Karl Towns. I don't think he's a center. I think he's more of a power forward more than he is a center. I like Jahlil Okafor. He's more old school style center like I like.
Right, and you know what's happened to old school centers. And
they died.
They have died.
They're gone.
I mean, it's like if you watch the NBA Finals, there wasn't even a center on the floor.
Right.
You know, it's LeBron James was the biggest player on the floor at 6'8". So it's basically becoming college basketball or EuroLeague basketball. You know, you just don't have those dominant big guys. But having said that, there's two clear-cut centers, you know, Towns and Okafor, and it's beauty in the eye of the beholder. What I think is going to be very interesting, though, is what the Minnesota Timberwolves do with that first pick, because everybody thinks it's a slam dunk that it's Towns. Personally, I don't think so. And you know why?
Why?
Okafor is represented by a gentleman named Bill Duffy. Okay.
Prominent NBA agent.
Absolutely. Maybe one of the most powerful NBA agents in the league. He represents who?
Who?
On the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Who?
Andrew Wiggins.
Ah.
Okay? So you do not want to upset Bill Duffy
Sure.
when you got Andrew Wiggins, because Andrew Wiggins is your franchise player going forward. No doubt about it, right? Okay. That's number one. Number two, guess who Bill Duffy's college roommate was?
Who?
Take a guess. Now, we're talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I don't know, Gary.
Flip Saunders.
Oh, man.
Now, those are two heavy reasons why you don't take Towns. I mean, to me, if I'm Flip Saunders, it's a no-brainer. Even if Towns is slightly better, I do not upset that situation.
Well, then what do you do with your center you have?
Trade. He's going to be great trade material. In fact, I told somebody in the Bucks organization, you know.
No, I don't want him anymore.
Pekovic is you know what? Pekovic could ideally be the perfect fit for the Bucks. I don't know what Minnesota wants for him. I mean, who knows what their asking price is. But to me, of all the centers that they could possibly get in any shape or form, he would be the best. That guy, when he is healthy, is a terrific center. And with the Bucks, when you got Parker, you got Middleton, two guys that are going to take a lot of shots, and even Giannis to an extent. You want a guy, a big physical center that can anchor the middle and cover up for Parker, cover up for Giannis. I would take him in a heartbeat over maybe outside the big two centers in the draft. He'd be my guy.
Now, you like him more than I do. Towns and Okafor, the top two guys on the draft. Then Willie Cauley-Stein, another guy. Not sold on. We talked about Trey Lyles in another video. One sold on him.
I am not sold.
This is another guy that people love and that I don't understand.
I'm on board with that too. No question about it. I mean, what they get is his defensive capabilities.
Yeah, but he's not going to score.
And you know the most shocking thing about it is, I thought Cauley-Stein was like 20 years old.
Mm-hmm. No, he's older. He's been there for a while.
He's 22.
Yeah.
You know, if he was Frank Kaminsky, they'd be all over him saying, well, he's an old guy, and you know, by NBA draft standards.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's saying that about Kaminsky, though. I haven't heard the vibe about Kaminsky.
Well, no, what people are saying quietly is that, hey, he's 22. He's peaked. He's not going to get much better. Whereas if you have a 19, 20-year-old, he's got 2 or 3 years to get up to another.
That's the NBA now.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I agree with you. I think he is vastly overrated. This was months ago when they were talking about Willie Cauley-Stein being a late lottery pick, okay?
Right.
I mean, he's kind of moved up. There's talk that the Bucks could possibly get him if they stayed in the 14th or 15th spot. I wouldn't take him anywhere before number 10. I just think there's much better players.
I agree.
You know,
I agree 100%. All right, Miles Turner. Now, this is a project, but again, oozing with talent. Coming out of high school, one of the top kids coming in, played at Texas, I should say. Do you take him if he's on the board and you're Milwaukee? I know there's another group of Bucks fans that like him with that pick.
I wouldn't touch him at all. Just the way the game's played today. I heard a great quote from an NBA scout the other day. And he goes, Miles Turner looks like Carl Lewis, or makes Roy Hibbert look like Carl Lewis. And if you've seen Roy Hibbert run the floor, it's not pretty, okay? So if this guy's saying he's Roy Hibbert running the floor, no thanks.
Don't want him.
Because, I mean, at least Roy Hibbert's 7'3", 7'4", whatever he is, blocking shots. Turner's a good player. He's got a lot of skills. But again, the NBA is such an up-tempo, fast game, small balls in vogue. So, no, I wouldn't touch him.
The fifth guy on this board that I'm looking at is a guy with a tremendous amount of talent, can do everything you want a center to do.
Wow. I know where you're going with this.
But is hanging with red flags all over
his
body.
We should play that game, where you get blues.
Robert Upshaw, Washington.
Move on.
High character risk across the board.
Move on. That's the end of our center segment.
Hold on. Will he get drafted?
Oh, he'll get drafted. Everybody
Will he get
gets
drafted in the first round with guaranteed money?
I'll tell you what, that would be an absolutely huge gamble. I wouldn't touch that guy, period.
In the first round and second round?
Second round, nope, he's not.
See, that's why I asked if he gets drafted, because I've heard a lot of that.
But
he's got a ton of talent.
Absolutely. Pro sports, these guys always think that they can turn guys around.
I'll tell you where he fits. Cleveland. Put him with LeBron. That's what I'd do.
He's not going to get it. Well, yeah.
I'm telling you, if I was Cleveland, I'd take him. Here's your center that you can play with for the next 10 years, LeBron. Go play with them. It makes sense to me. I don't know. He is Gery Woelfel. I am Steve Sparky Fifer. Thanks for tuning into another edition of Sports Junkies as we preview the center position. Don't forget, check out all of our preview editions of each position leading up to the NBA draft. And, of course, who we think the Bucks should pick and who we think they will pick. And also coming up on another video here at RacineSportsZone.com. Ta-ta.